Hi, I'm Carly from Point Blank. For those of you who are less familiar with us, we are a music school. We offer a wide range of courses which include DJing, music production and sound engineering, as well as a full BA degree which is certified by Middlesex University. If you'd like to find out more about these, just head to our website, pointblankmusicschool.com. Today we are joined by live act Saytek, who is also one of our instructors here, for a first look at the new Roland TR-8S. And this is all the kind of stuff that you can learn right here at Point Blank on our electronic live performance module, which was created and taught by Saytek himself. Hi Saytek, thanks for coming in. Initial thoughts?
Yeah, I really love it actually, it's really nice.
Cool, Saytek's going to give us a bit of a demo. Cool, so you've only had this for a day or so. How have you found it so far?
I've loved it, to be honest. I find it really intuitive and a lot of fun to use. The fact that it's got sampling in it as well just means that you can do a hell of a lot with it.
So what are some of the new features? I mean, one of them is you can load in your own samples.
Yeah, you can just load in a sample via the SD card on the back, and you just take that out and put a sample on it, or put a bunch of samples on it, and then you can load it into the machine really easily and then start playing around with it.
So in terms of sounds, do you still get the same kits as the last version of the TR-8 or?
Yeah, so it's got analog modelling like the last version, but it's actually got more kits in it now.
So is this more of a studio piece of kit or better for live performance or both?
I think you could use it for both, but for me it's it excels at live performance.
Would you do a performance solely with this on its own?
Right, so I'd like to have it working with other hardware, but that's just the way that I work. But you can do a hell of a lot with this because you've got the faders, which makes it really great for just kind of jamming with. Mm-hmm. You've got these this new feature which is actually the control on every channel, which you can assign to do a lot of different things. So you've got filters on there, you've got effect sends, you've got LFOs, all that kind of stuff. So you can really start to shape the sound and do a little bit of sound design with it as well, and do that live, which is a lot of fun. For example, this here started off as a vocal sample, and I've assigned the control to a high pass filter. Mm-hmm. Obviously got a lot of delay on there as well, so you can start to really you can start off with a vocal and end up with something completely different.
Right, okay. And so does it come with like loads of built-in samples? And I mean, I know that you can upload your own, but what's already in the box?
So it's got a great selection of stuff in there. You've got obviously a lot of drum samples, but you've also got some effect samples, stab samples, piano samples, chords. So you've got a big selection, vocal samples.
Can we hear some of those?
Okay, so I'm just going to select this channel here. Actually, that's my kick drum channel. I'm just going to go to sample there, and then I can go through and select the samples there. So they're the drum samples, but when I start going a bit further on, there's obviously loads of drum samples in here. Okay, so then you've got modular effects. Their effects and hits. So you've got loads of stuff, techno sounds. You could do a whole range of genres on it as well. It's not just a house and techno box. You could easily do
hardcore.
You could do hardcore, of course. You've got distortion as one of the effects in there, so you could get a banging distorted 909 kick drum out of it if you wanted. But you've also got there's a flute. Exactly. Vocal samples. So you can obviously loads of vocal samples in there that you can make your own synths in there. So you've got a hell of a lot of stuff, and for me as an artist, they would be a starting point of something. You can then start applying the kind of subtractive synthesis kind of techniques to them to really kind of make your own and get into shaping sounds.
And for you, what's the best thing about this?
For me, it's the hands-on control. That's what makes it such a great tool for performing live with. You've got a fader on every channel, which is really, that's really is a touch. So I could, be fading things in and out here. And also, you've got this cool auto fill-in thing, so you can make fills and you can edit your own fills as a pattern. You can set it to happen every 2 bars, 4 bars, 12 bars, 16 bars or 32 bars. But you can also do a manual trigger as well, so you've also got this master effect thing, which on here I've signed it to a high pass filter, so and you can have lots of different effects on there, distortion, that kind of thing.
Cool. And so, if someone's had no experience with live performance, is this easy enough for them to wrap their head around?
Obviously, with all kit, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but this
Must
one
read the instructions.
Yes, but with all kit, there's a little bit of a learning curve, right? But with this, it's quite simple to use. It's very intuitive, and that's what I liked about it. For me, I had it for, within a few hours, I had a pattern that I thought I could take that out to a club and I could play that now.
So any other key standout features as a first-time user?
Right, so another kind of nifty thing is this here. It's like a single pad, but it means you can record stuff in live when you're jamming, which is really nice. You've also got multiple outputs, which is great for live use or studio use. You've got some effects in there already. You've got a compressor, you've got your reverb and your delays, but having these extra outputs means you can run it through an analog mixer or into separate channels on a DJ mixer or whatever, which means you can process the sound further. They're assignable as well. You've also got a trigger out, CV trigger out, which has got its own sequencer track, so you can sequence external devices like modular synths.
And do you think that they've forgotten anything?
I really don't, actually. I'd need to spend more time with it to give you the answer, but obviously everything's a compromise, and what they've done, they've made something that's actually quite powerful for creating sounds, but also great for performing with, and quite a lot of the time you have to sacrifice one for the other. So, it's a nice tool. And
so what about the presets that come with this?
So it's got loads of preset patterns and kits, which are all very usable, actually. You could actually probably take it out into a club as it is. So, if you didn't really have any experience producing stuff, and you just wanted to try it out, you could dial up your favourite patterns and use them.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for the overview. All in all, it seems like a pretty good piece of kit.
It's wicked.
To finish off, Saytek's going to do a little live performance. And in the meantime, if you'd like to find out more about music production or performance, just head to our website, pointblankmusicschool.com, where you can find out more about our courses.